Welcome to Trade Pro. Let's talk about how I stay consistently profitable by showing you this account that I've been trading for 4 months now. I'm going to go through each of the trades so you can see what to expect as far as losing streaks go and how can you actually stay completely emotionless during losing streaks and stick to the strategy even once you're seeing a significant drawdown or the account is in the negative for a while, even after a few weeks. How can you come back from that, stick with the strategy, stay consistently profitable? So let's actually go in, and before I talk about the strategy that I've been trading on this account for the last 4 months, I think the most important thing is to show you the actual trading history so that you can see what to expect as far as drawdown goes, losing streaks go, and that way maybe you will be able to stick with your strategy through losing streaks and drawdowns, not get emotional about it. But let's take a look at it. Let's dive right in. So this has just been mainly a daily time frame strategy. I'm using just 3 indicators, really simple strategy. I'll talk about it at the end, so stick around. But the most important thing is we're going to show and kind of go through these different trades starting from the beginning 4 months ago. So you can see almost 4 months ago. A little less than 4 months ago. So starting with this $10,000 balance on this paper trading account, I've been testing this strategy for 4 months, and let's show how to stay consistent and profitable as a trader, what to expect with the ups and downs being a trader. So account started at 10,000. First trade, great. It was Bitcoin, and it was a short position plus almost 4% on the account. Great start. Next trade was a loss, British pound against the Japanese yen, and then few trades, 4 in a row that were winners. Looks like this one was about break even. This one as well, just a small profit. But guess what happens next? So the account's up by 6% after only 4 days. So it's going really, really well. Actually 7.8% after only 4 days. So it's going extremely well. But guess what happens next? We go on to a big losing streak. And this is what I want to talk about. This account, after 2 weeks, so we can see the date here, the 28th, started on the 13th. So about 2 weeks into this, the account is in the negative. It goes down to 9,800, so down by over 1% on this account after 2 weeks of trading it. Now, how many of you guys, raise your hands, would have given up after this losing streak? Will you give up hope and believe the strategy doesn't work anymore just because you go on a 6 losing streak and the account's in the negative even though you've been trading it for 2 weeks? I'm guessing the majority of new traders will not be able to survive. They will get emotional, start revenge trading, just give up on the strategy and look for another strategy or something like that. And that's the main point of this video, is showing you this. But this isn't it. We're going to go through and show the account how it grows and then retracts. It grows and retracts. So let's keep going here. After that big losing streak, got a big winner, 4%. Small loss, another big win, plus 4%, plus 3%. Account's doing great. It's up by almost 10% at this point. And, we're just maybe getting close to 2.5 weeks or so into this. Another few winners. So it's going well. It's up by over 10%. It's up by 13%. Take a couple losses. It's up by about 12% or so, 11%. And let's just kind of get through here to the next losing streak. And the account does well. It's up by over 15% at this point. You can see some big losses here, big win. And still kind of hovering around that 15%, gets up to 17%. And we'll go through here all the way up to 20% at this point. So account gets up 12,000. It's up by 20% at that point. Get a few more losses here. So just normal fluctuations. Then here's a big losing streak. So we get all the way up to 12,000, so up by 20%. And then we hit a big losing streak, bring it back down to only 10%. And then all the way back down to 10,500, only up by 5%. So imagine you're 2 months into trading this strategy and your account's only up by 5%, okay? And I don't say only 5% because 5% isn't good. 5% is fantastic. If your account is profitable after a couple months by 5%, that's still great. So don't get discouraged. If you got discouraged, or if I got discouraged, I wouldn't have kept trading this strategy. I would have given up. So now we see this big winning streak. We go on this winning streak. account keeps growing, makes higher lows. The account makes a higher low, and then it makes a higher high. So getting to the end of it, to the current day, and up by 23% currently. So 23.8% current account balance. And the consistency, you just need to look at it as this is kind of a volatile way to handle your money. As a trader, you're going to see your account kind of zigzag. It's going to make higher lows and higher highs if you're trading with a strategy that's profitable. So you just need to be ready for that. You need to know what to expect. And that's why I'm showing you this as someone who is able to trade consistently. You just have to be ready for the ups and downs. It's just normal as part of trading. And a big problem with the trading industry is people who make it sound so easy, make it sound like, you can win all your trades. You're not going to have big drawdowns. You're going to grow your account, by 50% a month or something like that. But the reality is 4 months into this, trading on this paper trading account's up by 23%. That's fantastic. That's actually amazing. So the goal should be annually to be able to beat the S&P 500 by hopefully a significant margin. But the fact that this counts up by, 23%, more than double the average S&P 500 return in only 4 months, is phenomenal. So let's talk about this strategy and why it actually works. What am I actually entering trades based on? And essentially, what are these indicators? So first, we have a 200 period exponential moving average. And how am I using this with the trading strategy? Well, it's just a trend direction indicator. If price is below the 200 EMA, I'm looking for shorts. I'm looking for pullbacks to get in at a discounted price, to enter short and join into the downtrend. If price is over the 200 EMA, I'm looking to long. I'm looking to get in on dips. And that's it. So simple 200 EMA trend direction filter. Then we have the Trade Pro rejection zone indicator. So this is essentially just made up of a 20 period and a 50 period exponential moving average. And this acts as an area of value is how I like to think of it. So if price has pulled back into this rejection zone indicator, that's often where in a trend price will find its kind of resistance. So in a downtrend, it will act as kind of an area of resistance or an area of value where often the trend will continue out of that. So you can see time and time again, we get these pullbacks into the rejection zone indicator. And often that kind of is the area where price reverses and continues the downtrend in a pullback. So I'm looking for price to pull back into the rejection zone indicator between the 20 and 50 EMA, or making sure that my entry price is at least at the 20 EMA, if not better. So basically making sure I'm not entering into the trend when price is already extended to the downside. So if price is down here, I don't want to be entering in down here because it's much more likely price will pull back and stop me out. So I want to be entering up in this area. I want to be entering up here. I want to be entering up here, up here. So that's how I'm using this as well. Now the stochastic RSI, just default settings. How am I using this with the trading strategy? Well, I'm using it a few different ways. First of all, I'm looking for one type of divergence or two types of divergence, whether it be hidden bearish divergence in a downtrend or hidden bullish divergence in an uptrend. I'm looking for regular bearish divergence in a downtrend, or I'm looking for regular bullish divergence in an uptrend. So some sort of divergence that lines up with the trend direction on the stochastic RSI, and I'm looking for a full reset on the stochastic RSI. So what that means is in a downtrend comes all the way into the overbought territory, and in an uptrend comes all the way down into the oversold territory. So super simple strategy that ensures that I'm entering into trends at a discounted price. So really simple. And this is not a proven strategy yet, because I've only been trading it on this paper trading account for 4 months, and I'm just testing it out to see if it is viable. I've been trading it on almost exclusively the daily time frame, and just spending 3 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, just scanning and seeing if there's any setups. So that's it. I mean, hopefully this is kind of helpful for traders who are struggling to stay consistent or giving up after having any sort of losing streak, thinking their strategy is not working. So that's why I wanted to show this account history here, so you can see all the trades that were taken. and see that you will have losing streaks. You may, after a few weeks, still be in the negative, as I was here, and I just kept trading the strategy because I believe in it. So after about 8 years of trading experience now, I'm just used to the ups and downs of trading. You're going to see higher lows and higher highs if your strategy is profitable. And you just have to be ready for the drawdowns. You may have 10% drawdowns if you're risking 1 to 2% per trade. So that's what I was risking, between 1 and 2% per trade. I'm also moving the stop loss to break even. So we can talk about the stop loss and the take profit. So let's just say that I'm entering here on this pullback because I see this regular bearish divergence on stochastic RSI. It's pulled back into the rejection zone indicator and prices below the 200 EMA. So I may get my entry somewhere around this area. So maybe on somewhere in this candle. If I'm entering into this one, I don't want to see this take out this pullback right here. So I'd probably be looking at something like this with a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. So all of my trades entered with this account are using a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, but I am moving my stop loss to break even, and I am taking partial profits on some of the trades depending on the situation. So if I see, for instance, a regular bullish divergence on the stochastic RSI coming in, I'm probably going to be taking profits. So right here, if my short position was entered up in this area, in this rejection zone indicator, and my stop loss is up here, and my target is somewhere in this area for the take profit, I'm probably going to be taking full profits if I see this happen. So see this, we see a much higher low on stochastic RSI, even though price makes a lower low here. Let's make it a little bit more clear. So a good time to take profit here. Lower low on this price, but higher low on stochastic RSI. Regular bullish divergence, counter trend, but probably a good time if I'm entering all the way up here. Probably a good time to be taking profits down here. Right? And if you do see price come down to the low, like such as right here, the low before the pullback begins, you can take a partial profit at that time as well, just in case of a double bottom. You can lock in that profit, pay yourself. So doing kind of a stop loss to break even method, multi-stage take profit based on whether it be the regular divergence, taking out the lows here before the pullback began. And of course, I'm trading many different pairs. So if you saw the account history, tons of different Forex pairs, even Bitcoin denominated pairs like Litecoin against Bitcoin, and also Bitcoin itself. So there's a bunch of different pairs that were being traded, and I'm just using this one as an example because euro against the US dollar is such a commonly traded pair. But yeah, that's going to kind of wrap things up for this video. Hopefully it's helpful to kind of hear about my experience with trading and staying kind of emotionless during the drawdowns, kind of hoping that you can see what to expect if you have never been able to stay consistent or weather through those losing streaks. So yeah, just hoping that this was helpful. Be sure to comment down below for YouTube algorithm, like the video, check out my links in the description with my affiliates and also my Patreon page. If you want to learn my personal trading strategy, then you can see that on Patreon, or get access to all the trading scripts on Patreon as well. Link in the description down below. But anyway, thanks guys for watching and have a great day.